in the air?
Yep.
We're in the air?
Yep, we are live. I gotta go get my other, tell you what, come with me, everybody. I'm gonna go and grab my other. Hey, what's up, Sir Tamik? How you doing? Always first. Yeah, looks like it's just you and me right now. I gotta grab my other, tablet. So I want to be able to look at the feed while I'm here. So we undo this. Free this from its constraint. And back down we go. Glad to hear you're doing well. Okay, downstairs we go. All right. Let's get ourselves set up here. Grab this. Okay. So, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good right there. Hey, thank you for the cheer there, Sir Tamik. So how's it going, everybody? Let me adjust this a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So you'd like it on the top.
Guess I could bring this a little bit closer. Yeah, like that. All right, so now I'm going to fire up the Twitch on my tablet. That way I can see, because right now that's the screen's too far away for me for me to read the chat. Well, looks like I have a Streamily order. Thank you, whoever you are, for purchasing something from my Streamily store. For those of you curious, yes, I do have merch. I removed the donation button from my Twitch. I don't see a reason to have a donation button. I think that's for streamers that, I mean, some wildly successful streamers have donation buttons, but you know, I get paid to do voice acting, and I have merchandise and I have cameos that you can order and stuff like that. So if you want to spend money on my stream, you can cheer bits and I'll do a Pathfinder voice for you, or you can order a cameo, or you can buy something from my Streamily store. So donations, feel free to use those on other streamers that you like, because they may really need them. I do this stream because I really enjoy it. And believe me, I would not subject myself to trying to make a dessert in front of an audience if I didn't enjoy it. And thank God I have my wife here to help me. Wife Finder is here. Gigi is with me.
Yes, I am.
Yep, she's here. And where would I be without her? I shudder to even think. So let me, I want to pull up my channel on this so I can, let's see. Anyway, she's getting stuff set up and I'm holding down the fort here. So let's watch this thing. Okay. All right. So anyway, you guys talk amongst yourselves. There's only a couple of you anyway right now, I guess. Who knows? Can't even tell. Anyway, hey, hello, Toasty Ghost. Oh, Bobby DC. Oh yeah. It sort of is Apex Legends, Bobby DC, and sort of isn't. We're going to make Pathfinder stuff. I thought I could put it in just chatting, but just chatting is such a huge category that, yeah, I just don't, you know, I think we just get absolutely lost. So let's take a look at the chat. All right, there we go. All right, Toasty Ghost, you got to go to work in a bit. I totally understand. Do not even worry about it. Bobby DC, I love Pathfinder too. What a coincidence. So, Yeah, let's see. Okay. So for now, yeah, let me see. Let's go home. Okay. Yeah, all right. So let me, I'm gonna turn the volume down on this. Yeah, there, okay. So now I just gotta make sure I can see the chat. How do I see the chat on this? Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Okay, first things first, we're just getting the ingredients together. Got ourselves a bowl. We're gonna use the same cake dough, or cake batter rather, that we use for the Pathfinder cake, because it also works for cupcakes, and it is damn delicious. That's all I can say. It is damn good. So yeah, while we're also here, I'm gonna run upstairs and tweet out that we are live so other folks will know. What's up, Colorfinger? Thanks for joining us. Cam, what's shaking? Aaron Shedlock, hey, your fellow Chatterinos are indeed here. So behold, the Edgerly family kitchen in all its glory before we befoul it with Apex Legends desserts. So anyway, yeah, this is just a few bucks to get this, and this is really good. If you want to make it from scratch, totally up to you. But this is a pretty standard recipe. So all you need is some vegetable oil, water, and eggs to go with it. So that's important to note. Let me see here. I'm going to grab 3 eggs. And folks, when you're at the grocery store, I'm sure you already know this, but check your eggs. Don't just grab them, right? Don't just grab a dozen and leave. You got to check each one. You got to turn it over to make sure there are no cracks. We need 3 eggs for this. Because if you buy a cracked egg, well, it's going to spoil before you get a chance to use it, isn't it? So, you know, it's the little things. It's the details. By the way, the oven is working this time. Both ovens are working. I'm very happy about that. So, thank God. Last time was a little hairy. So I'm getting a larger bowl for this, but you guys hold down the fort while I run upstairs, because I removed all my social media from my phone. That is correct. I have YouTube on there, but that's because every now and then I watch a YouTube video on my phone, not my own channel. But otherwise, I do not have any social media on my phone, and no complaints. That does mean, though, occasionally I have to run upstairs and use my desktop to tweet something out. So anyway, I will be right back. You guys hang tight. Baby, do you want to tell them what you're up to while you
Yes.
while you do this? Yeah. Let me see if I can turn this way and see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's easier to read.
I'm putting all the ingredients for the cookies too. We're gonna do chocolate chip cookies because that's the kids' favorite, so they can eat them. So we're gonna decorate on top of the chocolate chips, which should be okay. I'm gonna put the flour, and then I'm gonna, I think I have most of the ingredients already. Warming up the oven at 350. First, we're gonna do the cupcakes, which will be in the oven for like 12 minutes, and then we're gonna do the cookies, which will be at 375. So that's why I have to do it at different times. I could use both ovens, but I think it will be better if you guys we do one part and then the other, because it doesn't take that long. For the cookies, it's gonna be like 10-11 minutes, so they will be ready actually pretty fast. So let me put the flour. We're gonna have, let me give you the ingredients for the cookies, which actually is the KitchenAid chocolate chip recipe. That's what I mean. The recipe from that comes with the KitchenAid when you buy it. And when we got it as a wedding present, when we got married, I loved it, and something that I could do with the kids and learn and all that. So it was a lot of fun, and it's still fun. I used the same book for, since 2010. So we're gonna need I cut the recipe in half, so it's gonna be for this recipe, half a cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1 egg, then like 3/4 of teaspoon of vanilla, half a baking soda, half teaspoon of baking soda, half teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and like a half a bag of the semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Okay, what's the name of that cookbook?
It's with the KitchenAid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a KitchenAid, we have a couple of KitchenAid things. We have a KitchenAid mixer, we have the KitchenAid ovens that weren't working, but we got them working. It was all in warranty. Well, actually, we have a home warranty, so we never had to get into the actual KitchenAid warranty. But that's for the cookies, okay? And so I'm gonna whip up some batter for the cupcakes because, hey, they're just little cakes,
Yes.
right? Shaped like cups.
Okay.
And so for that, here's what we're using.
Let's use just one oven, so because that's gonna take like 12 minutes.
Oh, really?
Then we can put the other ones, the cookies gonna take like 11 minutes.
Sure.
And then we can decorate them one after the other.
Okay, so we're gonna bake both first, then we're gonna decorate all of it at the same time.
Well, this will be done first, like 10
Right.
minutes earlier.
Okay.
And then the other ones, but it gives us time to mix and prepare one after.
Gotcha. See, I could have just chosen one or the other, just cookies or cupcakes. But you see, I wanted to make it a little complicated because I apparently can't do anything the easy way. So we're gonna, luckily my wife is really, really good at multitasking. I multitask, I just don't do it well because I have hyperactive brain. So these are just little, we got these at Michael's, the arts and crafts store. Arts and crafts store, I always thought they were just for arts and crafts and not for baking and things like that, but no, it's kitchen related stuff too, so you can get so many really cool knickknacks for specific things. So believe it or not, we found blue and yellow, 2 very happy Pathfinder colors, and we did do a practice run on the cupcakes a few nights ago, and they were pretty good. I really wanted to take a picture of one and show you guys, but then that would kind of spoil the surprise, so I decided not to do that. So I'd rather you guys see them being done. So anyway, we're gonna put that tray right there. And in the meantime, we're gonna take a look at the old ingredients here. For this, again, you really just need a cup of water, your 3 eggs, and a half a cup of vegetable oil. So I'm gonna grab a standard measuring glass, jar, jug, whatever you wanna call it. Okay, so let's start with our, let's see. Yeah. All right. We're going to dump the whole thing in, just like we did with the cake. And in this case, we're going to make, with the cookies, we're going to make 1 Pathfinder. Is that what we're doing? Or are we making a whole batch of cookies and the kids are going to have some? And then we're making one? Okay.
Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
But these are going to be sugar cookies, right?
We can make it, sure, we can make chocolate chip because you're gonna cover the whole thing, nobody's gonna see the chips.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna make chocolate chip Pathfinder cookies.
Yeah,
Because the kids are gonna like them because they're gonna want to eat the chocolate chip cookies, and we are going to make a chocolate chip Pathfinder cookie. And again, the logic being, it's really about the decoration. Obviously, if you were just gonna do a sugar cookie, that would probably be a little bit more of a pure cookie without the chips changing the texture of it, but chocolate chip's my favorite cookie of all time, and I think if Pathfinder were to be a cookie, he'd want to have some chocolate chips in there, friends. So then we're gonna use buttercream. I didn't know if we were gonna use buttercream again this time, but buttercream's usually, Gigi likes working with it, and she's gotten really good with it, and we have these colors that we're mixing together. We've got a yellow, looks orange from here, but it's not. It stirs in yellow, blue, and the more you add, the darker it gets, and red. And you can mix the yellow and the red to get, you guessed it, orange. So we're gonna be experimenting with this. Anyway, hi Aaron Shedlock, P.O.A. Como va? McCream, what's shaking? Oh, Potts, how's it going? Cam, what's the name of the box of cookies? Well, again, this is Betty Crocker Super Moist. That's for the cupcakes, right? So for the cookies, we're just using, actually Gigi is making, she's using flour She's gone over the list of ingredients. She's got all the ingredients over there for it. If you want, you can do some of it here where they can see it. I can give you some space.
Where do I? The ingredients?
Yeah, no, that's all right. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I'll read
They're not
them
going to be
to
able to read it. No, that's all right. I'll read it out. But if you want to move your stuff over here, you can. They can see what you're doing. So again, granulated sugar, brown sugar, butter or margarine, eggs, vanilla, baking soda, salt, all-purpose flour, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. These are your standard chocolate chip cookie ingredients, but we're going to use buttercream. And these are basically food coloring gels right there, okay? And so I think that's, is that? Satin Ice food color gels. Right. So that's how we're going to do that. And we'll tell you later how we're going to get the shape of Pathfinder. But it is kind of a riff on this, doing kind of a rectangle or, you know, a little bit of a square. This can do the circular indentation for his head. And then we're going to make some arms and legs. So we're going to get an entire Pathfinder this time, not just the upper. That's the goal. Get the whole Pathfinder. All right, in the meantime, I think it's time to... Okay.
You can start with that. The oven will be ready like in a minute.
All right, need a half a cup of vegetable oil. I guess we have enough.
Yeah, you're gonna have some extra. Don't
All
make
right.
it do.
So let's do a half cup of vegetable oil here, measuring it out. Looks like we may... Yep, that is just about exactly a half. And just enough to use again. Okay, so time to crack the eggs. One of my very favorite things to do. Anything else happening here? Hey, what's up, Ligma Man? How you doing? Yep, some castor sugar color finger. The super fine stuff? I guess so. Yeah. So yes, we're all about the cookies. All right, so I'm a single hand egg cracker. That's how I like to do it. One crack. Separate. Nice and clean. Let me go get rid of these. I always love to hear the eggs crunch. There we are. And always wash up. Remember, you're dealing with eggs. So I think roughly, I don't know what the latest stats are, but usually about 20% of eggs have salmonella. So even if it's a fresh egg, you never know. And of course, there are different ways you can test it. One of the ways I read online, if you want to test to see if an egg is fresh and it's a good egg, doesn't have any cracks in it, even microscopic ones, is you fill a glass with water and then you put the egg in it. And if the egg sinks, it's a good egg. If the egg floats, then it's got a little bit of air in it, which means there's a crack, which means that the air having gotten to it can spoil the egg. Now, of course, a lot of people are just really good instinctive bakers and cookers, and they can just sort of smell the egg and know it's off. I never know for sure. I don't have enough experience in the kitchen to trust myself there. So anyway, here we go. Popping the yolks, stirring up the eggs. So again, I'm on cupcake detail, and you guys will notice, those of you who tuned in to the cake stream, this is basically the same process. We're stirring these eggs up. Those are pretty well beaten. In it goes. Now we're going to rinse this out.
So this is my suggestion.
Yeah.
After you put this one in, we'll start preparing the cookies.
Sure. Okay. Now we're going to add our vegetable oil, and then we're going to add the water, which is 1 whole cup of water. So here we go. There it is. Okay, and then I'm going to stir this up.
You also want to say? Okay, yes. So let's make this one. We put in the oven. We make those, the cookies. We when we pull these ones out, we put the cookies in the oven, and then we can start mixing the color.
Okay, so preparing this, so we're gonna do this kind of one at a time. We're gonna use the same oven because these don't take a whole long time.
Just like
So,
12 minutes.
Yeah, about 12 minutes for the cupcakes.
And we're gonna have some extra, so maybe we use this 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, I don't want to stir this too fast and spill it. But we have been preheating the oven to 350 degrees. It's just about ready to go. So now the oven is just sort of waiting on us to deliver some goodies. All right, yeah, so these are, what is that for? That
We're gonna have extra of the
Oh,
mix,
okay,
so
yeah.
instead of throwing it away, let's put this.
All right,
in there.
so we're gonna make some extra because we're gonna have more cupcake batter than we need. So we bought these at the arts and crafts store. So as you can see, these are nice molds, and it's gonna come out looking like roses.
Yes.
And this one's gonna come out looking like cute little cheap, like those Easter cheeps you can buy. Cute little birds, baby birds.
This.
Yeah, it may take longer to heat the oven than to bake the cupcakes, I'm gathering. But yeah, Pixie Rose, what's shaking? Yeah, it's kind of like Peeps, but it's not pure sugar like Peeps are.
Well, it's ready, so whenever you're ready, we can.
Almost. I gotta stir this out, make sure we don't have any lumps in there.
Yes, and we're gonna use this measure
Right.
to put them in.
So yeah, the difference is with this, we're gonna use this cup measure to scoop it out and fill each cupcake. And the challenge is to make sure, as I get all of you want to make sure you don't leave any of the mix stuck. Because if I notice it's not mixing thick enough, then I look on the bottom and I see, oh yeah.
We have some of this side.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I like to use the clear one, so I can catch
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah, see now it's getting nice and thick. Now it's starting to get the consistency we want. So if we were to make our own cake mix, that's basically taking flour, it's kind of what you were doing over there. You're taking flour, you're taking vanilla extract, you're taking baking powder, I guess some extra eggs. Well, it couldn't be finished because they're having us add eggs to this.
You add the egg and you add oil, which is kind of like what the butter would do. It's kind of the same thing, but they already have the mix, so you don't have to put the sugar.
Right.
So if you're gonna make it from scratch, you have to add the sugar, the right amount of sugar.
Yeah, because there are some differences here because this is becoming cake and that's becoming cookies.
Yes, but a cake is similar, but you're gonna have, so you need to add some sugar, bacon, soda, eggs, butter.
Right.
Those are kind of like the basic things, and vanilla too.
Okay. So Cam,
sometimes you add milk.
okay. Cam is asking, so Gigi, what would be the simplest Venezuelan recipe for a rookie cook to attempt to make?
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, arepas. You need to buy something called harina pan, which is just like a mix of corn flour. And you just mix them with water. I'm gonna tell Chris later, so he can send you guys a link, put something so you guys can buy it. They are the best. And that arepa is like sandwich, so you can, like bread, you can just add anything you want. You can put like the basic is with cheese, but you can put everything, chicken and like there's a famous one called Reina Pepiada. It has so much things inside. They put avocado. You just add things to it, and people love them. Not only Venezuelans. Voila. Yes. Listo.
Listos. Okay.
So you put that on each one of those, and then if you want to do this one, so you can start.
So we may have to make arepas and
Yes.
And tequeños on the stream one time.
I have here. Hold on.
Okay, so the trick here is not to overfill because these are going to rise a little bit, and you don't want them coming out of the cups too much because then kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, you can hold that up to the camera.
This one is harina
You
pan.
can hold it up closer if you want.
Okay, like this. So this is the most traditional thing from Venezuela that you can get. And you can cook a lot of things, but especially arepas. And arepas is also the most traditional thing we have. We have them for breakfast, for dinner. Like, it's normal that when you go out nightclubs partying, we party hard over there. So you end up coming, out of the clubs at 5 o'clock in the morning. The first thing you do is go to an arepera to feed you and
Yeah. Here there's usually a hot dog vendor.
Yes.
Like, give me one with sauerkraut and onions and chili and whatever else, because when you're drunk, apparently you have an appetite.
Yes. In Venezuela, the normal thing is go to an arepera. We also have the hot dogs, which is funny. We have these ugly names for them, but they're very famous, like mugrosas and that's burgers and things like that. But they're very famous. I actually never ate from truck hot dogs or...
Gigi is...
I'm picky.
Gigi is very, very picky. You will never get her to eat in a diner or a greasy spoon, anything like that. For me, it's not a big deal, but Gigi is a very finicky eater.
Yes, but it's very, very popular over there. In arepas now you find them everywhere. I mean, like I just saw a video of people making arepas in China.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we have to, our immigration now, we're the country with more immigrants all over the world.
That's true. When a country has everybody trying to leave it, you'll end up finding their recipes all over the world.
Yes. Like today I was watching, there's a guy, he's from Lithuania, his wife is Venezuelan, and they have this famous Instagram channel where she had taught him to speak Spanish, like street Spanish. Unbelievable, this guy, how well he does. And now he's teaching her Lithuanian, and they show it, on Instagram. It's quite funny.
That must be interesting.
And he teaches you how to make arepas or pabellón criollo, which is another typical dish. And we're all over. You find us in China, in Japan. Now in Japan, they're also playing our music now, Venezuelan music. They're good playing the cuatro, which is a Venezuelan instrument playing all our music. So yeah, that's the only good thing about the disaster.
Who is it that told me some of the best reggae right now is over in Japan?
Wouldn't be surprised. Japan has been doing fantastic salsa for a long time. I remember 30 years ago there was a band called Orquesta La Luz. Wow, they were so incredible. Also great jazz musicians. I saw them play live. They all play salsa and then they were like, let's jam. And they just play jazz. Amazing level. Yeah.
Cool.
Good musicians. And the singer pronounces Espanol perfectly. She did a duet with a Venezuelan salsa singer. His name is Oscar de Leon, who is a beast. One of the greatest musicians of all time. It's hard to explain how fantastic he is. I would say in salsa, Oscar de Leon first. Oscar de Leon y Gilberto Santa Rosa, who's from Puerto Rico, are like one of the most amazing salsa singers. I know here's Mark Anthony, who's fantastic, but Oscar de Leon, he's been singing professionally like 50-something years, since I remember.
I want to make sure I make a couple of peeps as well, because we're not going to have enough to go.
Yeah, well, if you want to put 2 and then...
Yeah, I'll do 2 and 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we're going to have a Spanish stream here, where we practice some Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can have... we can do Spanish and cooking in the same stream.
That's so Latino. We love the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen.
We'll have to do a kitchen stream then. We'll call it a Latin kitchen stream.
Yes, I want to learn how to make chichas, which is a Venezuelan drink. That's a favorite thing the kids love to have.
It's a sweet drink. It's like a rice drink, right?
It's a rice drink with condensed milk. It is so awesome. We grew up with it. They sell it over there like they sell milk, so you buy it in the carton,
Right.
So it's completely different. But also people make it at home. It's very normal.
Got 4 of these. I'm going to try to get 2 more with this.
Oh yeah, I think.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
you can have more than we actually thought.
Yeah. You can put 2 more. Mm-hmm. 2 more, whatever.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, Pio, you know a bit of Spanish and some traditions. Of course, you live in Italy. Pio lives in Italy,
Hola.
and you probably do know quite a bit, especially if you're in northern or western Italy, because then it's not far to get over there, especially not to, say, Barcelona.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we got just enough.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to do it. Just put one tray. I will put this one in the middle.
Okay.
I usually like that tray better the way you put it.
Okay, if you want, you can tilt the screen over a little bit, or I'll do it. Okay, so we're loading up the oven. You got it? Okay.
Listo.
All right, so
Let me put 12
now,
minutes.
what's our timer going to be on?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay. So the cookies will come after. And let's do a quick wipe down our area. Just, oh, sorry, I'll grab this.
I use this first.
All right. Yeah, a little Clorox, a little bleach. Let's get this a little bit damp.
Gracias.
You're good to go. As you know, I like to clean as I go. I like to have a nice, clean, orderly surface. Okay, so, hey, what's up, Rabbit? Thank you for joining us. So, yeah. Pio is asking, have you tried some roscón de reyes? Have you ever had roscón de reyes?
Claro, rosca de reyes.
Rosca
That's
de
actually
reyes.
more Mexican. In Venezuela, some people have it. They're very religious, but
Okay.
yes, it's very common, and it's cool. You have this rosca, and you have little toys in the inside. If you, when you cut it, if you get it, you win something. So it's
Okay,
very cute.
so Pio says in Italy we call it ciambellone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and Gigi, have you heard of Juan Luis Guerra? I can say not only she heard of him, she thinks he's the greatest singer of all time.
He
believe
is
from
one
the
of the
Dominican
greatest
Republic.
musicians ever walk on earth. It's just a masterpiece. Favorite album, Fogarate. Although everything, but Fogarate is like.
Yeah, Rabbit and Civ, what we're making is we're making cookies and cupcakes, Pathfinder cookies and cupcakes. We should be clear about that. And yes, it's based on this, well, the cupcakes will be using the old Betty Crocker cake mix, which we're now done with this. And the cookies are going to be chocolate chip cookies, but we're going to use buttercream frosting to frost them. Well, we're going to make one big Pathfinder cookie, and then we're going to have some extra chocolate chip cookies for los niños to eat. And geez, it's too bad none of you live around me, because I would have cookies and cupcakes to hand out to you after we were finished. But oh well. And I think I think Colorfinger, you changed it to just chatting. Were people getting mad that this was an Apex Legends? That someone would dare not to play Apex Legends in Apex Legends, even if it's the voice actor for one of the legends making a legend-based dessert? How dare we? Ah, it's okay. It's okay. We have a tight crew here. We have a small, loyal audience, so it's okay. Whoever's watching is watching. They're going to find us however they find us. But what I love about these is I get to bring you into our kitchen. And the kitchen is, well, el corazón de la casa, right? It's the heart of the home. It's the beating heart, el pulmón, the lungs too, of a home. This is where the food gets prepared, and food is life. You have to have food. And we usually also like to have music playing, but because I don't know how the music works on Twitch, I don't want to play you guys my favorite music because it's all copyrighted and all that and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know how to use this app, which I'm using on my tablet, to play ambient music, which we have that is copyright royalty free, that I play on my Saturday Coffee and Donut stream. I don't know how to import that on here. Otherwise I would, but we'll look into it. Colorfinger is really good at solving those little problems. Of course, he has a life, so if you can't solve it right away, don't worry about it. But anyway, Cam is in South Africa. So here in South Africa, we have this traditional recipe called bunny chow, but the catch is that there's no rabbit. Well, that is a little bit of a catch. I don't know if I've ever had rabbit. I think maybe I have at some point. I probably tried a little bit of rabbit. It's a little gamier, I think. Like I've had deer venison and I've had rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is that's a little spicy, a little gamey as I recall. Colorfinger may have a solution for it. That's awesome. Yeah, Pixie Rose, I am learning. I'm learning as I go, but honestly, as you guys know, if you're attending these streams are about creating a connected community as I try to live a creative life and stay connected to you guys. And maybe in documenting how I'm trying to live a creative, connected, balanced life, you guys can give me tips on how you do it, and I give you tips on how I'm doing it, and we learn from each other. Because who doesn't want to have a life that's sort of balanced? Not too much one way or the other, because that's where you get problems. That's where you go off the rails. In my 53 years on this earth, I have learned that if you keep things in moderation, things tend to work out better. And that's, the key is you can't just set it at something and leave it. It's like a guitar. You got to tune that thing every time you play it. It's not like a course on a boat where you just set one heading and it stays there. It's constant tweaking, but that's fine because life would be pretty boring if you could just set your course and never have to change anything. It'd get dull, repetitive. But here we go. So these are going to be the colors. All right. So here's blue. All right. Here's the yellow. Here's the red, and this does not look red, but oh, it's like movie prop blood. You know, it looks a little darker, and blood in real life, as you know, dries a lot darker.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here comes the mixer. I'll take questions. Oh, Looney Tunes.
Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season.
Hey, we got a raid. Somebody raiding us? Awesome. Spicy Queen is raiding us. Yay, that was awfully nice, you Spicy Queen. I think we raided her and she's raiding us back. Ain't it grand when people raid? It's really nice of you. I appreciate that. We're baking cookies. Right? Okay. Now, if you guys will notice, in the sub goals there, we have 4. Right? We're looking to get 50. 50 by the end of the month, so we can do pizza and a smoothie. Right? So we're gonna try and make.
How much did they rate you?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me see. How many people did? It doesn't really matter if they brought 1 or 100. We still appreciate that. Spicy Queen, how you doing? Hi, friend. High five. You're my new best friend, Spicy Queen. This is Sunfinder joining us here for a minute. Gonna have to give you a man bun. We're in a kitchen. Can't have long hair around the food, otherwise you get hairs in your cookies. If anyone has any questions for Sunfinder, lay them on us. Keep them age appropriate, obviously. Yeah, a very soggy raid. Oh, is there another raid? Awesome. Well, hey, thank you for the raids, friends. We appreciate that.
They're
So,
rated
yeah.
left and right.
Yeah, I can't see.
Are you finally building up popularity?
I don't know if I would call it a popularity, but I would definitely call it, there are some nice friends out there who are being nice to us. So here's what we're doing, guys. We're making Pathfinder cookies and cupcakes. We've already got some in the oven here. And right now, Wife Finder, Gigi, is using the old KitchenAid mixer, and she is whipping up the cookie batter. Now the cookie batter is homemade. The cake batter, we used Betty Crocker, but we still had to add our eggs, our vegetable oil, our water. We had to still beat it up, and then we had to pour it into the molds, the cupcake molds. And we've got our 3 colors. Again, we've got yellow, blue, and red, 3 of your classic colors, right? That you can make virtually every other color from. Or is it red, blue, and green? No, it's red, blue, and yellow that you make all the other colors from, right? That's right, red, blue, and green make all the other colors from. So in the meantime, let's see what's up with, let's see. So we have Soggy Highlanders, awesome. Spicy Queen, I do very much appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So what we're doing is responding to a sub challenge. So we put up a sub challenge last month that if we hit a certain number of subs, we would do cookies and cupcakes. Now when we hit 50, we did a Pathfinder cake. We hit 75 and I reviewed Apex memes. And when we hit 100 subs for the month, we committed to making cookies and cupcakes, and we're gonna decorate them in about, I don't know, probably 5-6 more minutes. They're gonna be out soon. And the next one is making a Pathfinder pizza and a smoothie. I have not yet figured out what would go in the Pathfinder smoothie, but I'd like to make it a little more complicated. I'm pretty sure the Pathfinder smoothie, you guys can compare recipes on your own if you want, but I think it would be, let's see, a lot of blueberries, maybe some vanilla ice cream. You'd have to put a cherry on top for the eye, maybe an orange slice around the cherry to get the orange and the red action going there. You'd have to have some, I think, yellow. So what I think I would do is I'd take a lemon and I would cut the rind in a yellow strip above and below and have it floating on top of the blueberry smoothie. Yeah, I'm getting all inspired now. Let's take a few questions then. Well, Civ-headed vodka. Well, see, now we're talking about mixed drinks. We could make a Pathfinder mixed drink. That's what I'm thinking we do. We do pizza, we do a smoothie, and we do a mixed drink. But we gotta hit our target for that, so we need 50. We're at 4. Now, if I can get, let me take you on a little tour here. If I can get a substantially larger number, then I will go to this backyard. Pardon our grass, there's a drought, all the grass died. We used to have the most beautiful green yard. But I will set up a zip line across this yard and use it and fly on that zip line. So we need to get 50 for the Pathfinder pizza and smoothie and mixed drink. But if you guys want to see, the zip line, I think I should take you upstairs. You guys want to see upstairs from the balcony? All right, baby, I'm gonna take them upstairs from the balcony so they could see. I want you guys to see the dimensions of the yard. Okay, this is our house. So this is why I'm kind of jazzed up about the idea of a zip line. And I know the kids would love it because there's a park near us that has a zip line and the kids love it. So here's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we're upstairs. This is off the master. So these are our yard dimensions. Now I think it would be kind of crazy for me to try to set up a zip line from here. That would be inviting a trip to the ER, and I don't want to do that. But I do think, you see the dimensions of the yard, we have a lot of room, right? We have a lot of room for a zip line. So that's what I'm thinking is, yeah. So anyway, hey, we already got 1 sub. That's awesome. We're 10% of the way to our pizza goal. Pizza, smoothie, mixed drink goal. That's basically a party stream is what that's gonna be. Is if you're making a pizza and a smoothie and then you're having a mixed drink, I almost feel like that's gonna be a fun stream. But we have to get there first. Pio, that is a big pool. We haven't been able to use it for the last week or so because it's been literally so hot. It's too hot to get into the damn pool. The pool's like 90 degrees because it's 100 degrees outside. Yes, Civ-headed. So much room for activities. Don't touch my drums, Brennan. I get that movie. I'm Mr. Reference. You can, yeah, you'd be surprised how many movies I get. 5 gifted, that's awesome. All right, so, no, I got 5?
2 more minutes, okay?
I got 5? Well, how come it's only tracking? Yeah, the tracker is not working correctly. Well, whoever gifted the 5, thank you, friends. That's a high 10 for you. Pathfinder doesn't actually say high 10, but I say it. And so, you know, I'll probably get a letter from Respawn. Chris, could you not say high 10 on your stream? All right, we know there's only 42 people watching, but those 42 people are going to get the wrong idea, and they're going to think that he says hi 10 in the game, and he's not going to say hi 10 in the game. He never says hi 10. Don't make him say hi 10. I'll say no more high 10s, friends. None. High 5 only. And then bye 5. Pathfinder does not say bye 5, but I love to say it. I'll get on somebody else's stream and I'll say high 5. By the way, if you're ever streaming and somebody named Chris Edgerly gets on your stream and says high 5 and says nothing else, yes, that's probably me, because either you're playing Pathfinder or you're streaming Apex and I think you're wholesome and fun. And I just drop in and let you know that I like what you're doing. And sometimes I even sub. I get a crazy hair. But yeah, high 20, friends, you know. All the other numbers are full of all kinds of math. So where are we on this?
Okay, now one more minute, this is gonna be ready. We can
Okay.
actually start with the cookies.
Okay.
But I usually like to wait till
Cookie's almost ready.
the dough is ready. We just have to do the Pathfinder.
Gotcha. Oh, wow, look at all these subs. All right, so, geez, thank you. Orange Burrito, Top Cone. These are, like Top Cone especially, you can see Top Cone carrying me through my Sub Fridays to dubs usually. Tomorrow's Sub Friday, so, oh, we're close to a hype train, friends. I don't know if there's a more overrated experience on Twitch than the hype train, but apparently we've almost qualified for it, so it's because of you guys that we're gonna get a hype train going. All right, yes, I see that I'm about to get a hype train, that's awesome.
What is the hype train?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Apparently, if you have enough cool stuff happening, they'll give you a hype train, but I don't even know what a hype train is. I have an entire video on YouTube where I'm mocking the idea of a hype train. But anyway, Spanish Assassin, hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, look. Okay, who starts thinking about when they were a little kid right now? Huh? Chocolate chip cookie dough. You can, I know you can smell that. I know you can smell that right now. So, it is a train run on hype. That's right. The train is not fueled by steam, friends, not by coal, not a wood-burning train, not a gasoline train. It's not an electric train. It's not a Hyperloop by our friend, Mr. Musk. No. It's fueled by hype, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. So, yeah, that is, yeah, I know. Everybody right now, you're seeing, we need like a cookie dough emote, because there are a few things that make you feel like as comfort foodie as cookie dough. But for me, it's grilled cheese sandwich, tomato soup, chicken noodle soup, chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay. Just wait another minute because it's not ready.
It's not quite ready? Okay.
No. So
All right.
we can start working on the cookie dough.
Okay, so right now we're gonna take the cookie dough,
So
and
we
I
can,
want to wash my hands again because I just touched my face.
yes.
And yeah, so we're gonna scoop out the cookies. We're gonna make the cookie dough, but we're gonna start with our Pathfinder cookie. Now, because we got the kids here, we're gonna have some extra cookies. So we're gonna make some extra chocolate chip cookies for them. Does anybody want to come help make the cookies?
Muñeca. No.
No? Okay, that's enough.
Maybe Remy.
Remy, do you want to help make a couple of the cookies?
Think it's enough.
All right, Molly, you're welcome to help. You don't have to. Okay, so we're starting. Okay, so we are starting with the Pathfinder cookie first. All right, so first thing is, I want to roll this out. All right, so we're going to use just this one for Pathfinder. Okay.
I think that if you need more, I can get you more.
That's okay.
But it should be kind of thin, so it cooks at the same time.
Right.
It's a lot longer.
Yeah, so we don't want to make this too thick, otherwise it'll take too long to cook or to bake, according, compared to the other cookies. We'd love to have them all come out at about the same time. So I'm trying to get this just in enough, right? I think, okay, so we got this. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. There we go, we're pushing through. pull that out. Now we have just enough to do Pathfinder's head.
If you need more,
That's okay, I think we got it. This is just enough. So there you go, that's the start. Now we're going to clear this away.
I don't need those a little bit longer because it's taking forever. This one's already.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the extra, right? The extra is going to be the arms and legs.
Well, you want to cut the body
Yeah,
just
we're
a
going to
little
cut
bit,
some of the body too. 'Cause
and try to put a little bit to put the neck in there.
okay. Okay, so now we clear this away. Okay, so roll this out.
And you can use this if you want to cut it more straight, or if you can. I mean, this one's going to be thicker, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, I can still flatten it out a little bit. All right, so this will be a leg. I'm tempted to bend the leg a little bit because his legs are so long, but it's okay. We have enough.
Okay, let me show them the cupcakes.
All right. All right, so Gigi is just about done. Oh, yeah.
pretty, huh?
Those are gonna be awesome. Okay, so I'm doing one there for his arm. The other arm's gonna sort of be connected there. I can't really do the hand doing a high five because it gets a little bit too small at that point, a little bit too micro. And I just don't think it would bake out. So now, all right, I'm gonna try and flatten that just enough. Okay, so yes, it's not much different than kind of a gingerbread man, but it is still our basic Pathfinder. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some of this because Pathfinder doesn't really have a completely rectangular torso. He's got more of a square torso, and he's got really long legs. Yeah, and true to form, his hitbox is entirely too large. Okay, so we've made the legs a little longer. We've made everything else a little shorter. Now, here's what we're working with. You got your basic Pathfinder here, right? So the legs are kind of long, all right? The arms maybe could be slightly longer, but it's really more about the decoration. Okay, the decoration is going to be kind of challenging, but I'm sorely tempted to eat some of this, but I'm not going to do it. All right, so this will be our Pathfinder right there. Now, what we're going to end up doing is decorating them, and we're going to try, again, this is going to be kind of a micro, but we're going to do our best to sort of get the smiley face there. We're going to do the face the way we normally would do the eye and the yellow on top and bottom. It's going to be kind of delicate in the way that the cake was not. The cake, we were dealing with something large, different sections, so it's harder to put together the sections. This case, it's going to be, I mean, I don't know if I have the skill for it, but we're going to try, you know? That's what we're all about here. We're going to do our best. Hey, Sin Electric is in the, I see the gift subs there from Sin Electric. Thank you very much. That's very nice. I'm trying to keep up with, yeah, let's see. So yeah, I agree. I think he does look pretty cute. He's going to be delicious, I can tell you that. And yes, I will eat him on stream. Maybe not all of it, but yeah. Okay, let's see.
Let's put the other.
Okay, so time for the other cookies.
And then while they're in the oven, we mix the buttercream with the colors.
Cool.
Which
All right.
will give us time for that to cool off so we can apply.
So this is about as large as you like to make the cookies?
Yes. You can
Okay.
even make them smaller if you
All
want.
right, so we're not going to make the cookies too big because, as you know, cookies bake out, and you want to make sure that they have enough room on the pan that once you're done, it's easy to get them off. And then also, I don't know if you guys are like me, but if you make a really small one, you'll say, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and eat that, and that doesn't count. So there are no calories in that. It's entirely too small for that to matter. So I have a lot of justifications for eating sweets, and if you watch my stream long enough, you'll hear them all. So these are the extras, right? This is, if we lived in New Orleans, if we were in Louisiana, they'd call this the lagniappe. There's a little something extra. So a lot of times somebody will say, I'd like a dozen of those, please, and they give you 13. You say, why'd you give me 13? They say, well, that's lagniappe. That's a little something extra for you. That's okay. We're not going to charge you for that. That's just extra. And yes, there is a town in Louisiana called Edgerly. I am not absolutely sure of this, but the town of Edgerly may or may not have something to do with my family line, but I do have my family history. My dad did our family history a bit, and the Edgerly family was in Louisiana many years ago working for the Dixie Crystal Sugar Refinery. And when the sugar refinery moved east to Savannah, Georgia, the Edgerly family, along with many other families, went with them. So, is the town in Louisiana named Edgerly in any way related to my family? I don't know, but it's kind of cool to think that maybe it is. But I could be wrong, and frequently am. So, we're going to put this away. And it's time to wash these here hands one more time. One more again. And as you guys know, always wash the hands, right? Wash the hands. You're handling food. So for the sake of the people who are going to consume the food and for your own sake, because you're handling raw ingredients, wash those hands. Stay hygienic, friends. It's a PSA from the voice actor of Pathfinder. Wash for 20 seconds, friends, or a little longer if some of it gets under your fingernails. And here we are. So I don't know about you guys. I hope you've had a good day so far. For me, it's about 3 o'clock where I am. We're on the outskirts of Los Angeles, out in Southern California. But I've already had a full day. I did my Spanish lesson. I did my guitar lesson. As some of you may know, I'm learning guitar, so I'm practicing on an electric, a Fender Squire, which is just sort of an introductory model Fender. It's a basic model. It's nothing, doesn't have much of a sound, but it's awesome. I love it. I'm learning notes. I'm doing finger exercises. I've learned a C chord and I think a G chord, a very basic one finger chord. You strum with 3 strings. We got a lot of people on this stream in the chat that are accomplished musicians who could talk at length about what they play and all that. And at some point, I will probably try and do a little music on the stream just to show you where I'm at. And it'll be awful. Like, my playing will be terrible. But it won't be to show off what I can play. It'll be to talk to you guys about music. And maybe you guys can share with me what you know. Because I know we got some guitar players out there. I know Colorfinger plays, and he plays the keyboard as well. Yeah, a baker's dozen. Yeah, Soul Honey. Yes, indeed. 13 is known as a baker's dozen. Yeah.
All right, ready? Let's put them in the oven.
All right, Cute Psycho, you're living your path obsession right now. I live my path obsession every day. Like, there's certain things about my stream I'm going to have to accept.
Just put this one in the middle.
Yeah. That there's always going to be some sort of Pathfinder element to it, even if I don't do anything
You can put it next
Pathfinder-y.
to it, yeah.
There's always going to be.
All right.
All right, so in they go. They are in the oven. And what, about 12 minutes you said?
10.
10. Okay, so 10.
It usually takes around 11, but I put it at 10, then it gives me time to...
Omega Mario. I worked in the Ubisoft game called Rocksmith. I have not. I've worked for Ubisoft back in the day. Oh, Soggy Highlanders, you play guitar for like 11 years now? You must be pretty amazing. Sin Electric, how many subs for you to make these in the Pathfinder costume?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough subs for that to happen. First of all, the costume, as you could see from last October, doesn't really fit me, but I will pull it back out for enough subs. For me to do Pathfinder cosplay in the costume, you guys have to realize that the costume's not going to close, right? I mean, it may sort of close, but I've actually been working out with the tonal, which is digital weights, since January. I took that picture last October. Now, it's not like I'm suddenly massive, but I am a little bit bigger. And so, you know, my costume's going to be a stretch. I do have the mask.
Do you think we need more red or more yellow?
I don't think so.
So it's equal?
Yeah, because we're going to do more blue than anything, because the bulk of it is the arms and legs and the torso are going to be mainly blue, but we'll do a yellow smiley face on the center of the torso. And then we're going to do mainly the yellow and the, like the...
Blue?
Yeah, the yellow is going to be mixed in with the red to make
Red
the
and
orange. Yeah. Okay, so blue, red, and yellow.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to go ahead and start mixing these?
Yes. You want to do the blue and I do the other two?
Yeah, cute psycho, thank you very
you want
much.
me to
You're
do the
awesome
blue?
too. Oh, I can do blue. All right, so here we have buttercream. Now, we've messed around with the buttercream before. Mainly it was Gigi. She's got the magic touch with this, but we use buttercream for the Pathfinder cake. Now, buttercream, if you use food coloring, yes, it can kind of stain. I'm going to get like a blue tongue from doing this, but I'm going to start with just this much, okay? I'm going to start mixing it in, but you see how quickly that mixes in, right? Now, we want this to be a darker blue. As you guys know, Pathfinder is like dark blue, kind of really, I mean, it really depends on the skin you're using, but he's really more gray, but there's a blue sort of tone to it, and so that's what I concentrate on. So I just don't think it's as much fun to make sort of a dark cobalt gray cookie. I'd rather it be blue. Also, blue's my favorite color. All right, now you see that's the color we're working with. So I'm gonna add some more. I want that darker. Let's get that darker. So we're gonna add, okay, so we're adding some more. We're gonna work that in. So in the meantime though, Pixie Rose, yeah, I'm sure there are some amazing cosplayers out there. I have seen people, I think in Japan, I saw a video of a guy, might have been a guy, cosplaying Pathfinder, and it was pretty amazing. Me, I'll just stick with the Halloween costume, I guess. And I got the largest one, I guess, for like a 13-year-old, and that's still kind of not really fitting me, but I did my best. I don't know, you know what? You guys go to the Discord if you want, and we have Thursday ideas, and we have like sub-challenge ideas, and we're trying to figure out, all right, how many subs would it take for me to do the zip line across the backyard? And I'm thinking probably 100 in a month for me to do the zip line across the backyard. Maybe more than that, actually.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's gonna
Yeah, because I don't
cost.
know how much a zip line costs. So I'd have to look into the cost first. So before I'm adding some more, I want to get this darker.
And you want this more like a orange red?
Yeah, so, all right, so
Is that
this is our
yellow enough?
yellow. Yeah, this is our yellow, and the yellow is fine. All right, now how do we do the yellow strips again? We did,
With the
what did we do?
with the
Okay, gotcha. All right. So we're going to need yellow, and then we're going to need orange, because as you guys know, you think his eye is red, but actually it's red with some orange highlights depending on the artwork. So we're going to try to do both. All right, now I'm going to I think I'm going to stick with this blue. It's dark. I don't think I need it to be any darker than this. I'm kind of happy with that. So what this has to be is this has to work for the cupcakes and it has to work for the cookie. Now for the cupcakes, we're gonna do sort of a blue around the edge, and then we're gonna do the eye in the middle, and then we're going to do a little strip of yellow above and below. And if you want, you can consult your pictures of Pathfinder to see that is indeed how the eye is. So that's what I'm working with. Cute Psycho, it's late here, all tired. The brain functions are at 10%. Don't worry, that's what I run with on average, so don't worry about it. Come to Niagara Falls on the Canada side next summer and zip line across the falls. Easy. Yeah. The Canada side's where all the danger is, right? Apparently on the New York side, like on the US side, it's like, nobody goes there. It's not very scenic. Colorfinger, next time you're on your computer, please check Discord and set up a replacement sub-goal overlay link for you. Thank you. Yes, so we'll use that. Gotta go. Hey, Pio, arrivederci. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow if you can make it.
Ciao.
Yep, ciao. Ciao bello. Dinner is ready. Enjoy the cupcakes and cookies. All right, Rabbit, you have a great day. These are coming pretty soon. We're going to be, I don't know, I'd say these are going to be ready relatively soon because...
Yeah, the cookies will be ready in 3 minutes.
Okay, cookies are ready in 3 minutes. We already have, so like, actually, yeah, geez. So, these are our little birds. All right, the birds worked out pretty well. So think of the birds and the roses as, I don't know. I don't know what they would be in the Apex world. But those are little baby flyers. And the roses, I guess, would be, I don't know what
What do you
that
think
would
about
be.
this
Yeah.
color? It's still kind of pink to me. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
it is a little pink, yeah.
I'm gonna add more red and more yellow.
Okay. So here's where we are right now with this. We're gonna add more red and yellow to kind of get it orangish, because that's what we need. Oh, the link doesn't work for Discord. Okay, well, we'll try it again. Try to get that weight. King Guru, I'm waiting for Pathy Stew too. I think maybe we can. I don't know. We'll have to find a way to do Pathfinder Stew. I don't know if that'll be a sub goal or not. Maybe I can just make that a cooking stream. Maybe we can make it with the pizza and the smoothies. I don't know. The Pathfinder Stew might be complicated though. I know Colorfinger found the recipe and put it up. Okay, Colorfinger is fixing the link. Thank you very much, Colorfinger. The house smells really awesome. As you can see, it's a pretty open concept we have here. So, you know, it just gets everywhere. Like if I were to show you guys how it's set up, like that's our, right, so that's the kitchen, and it goes around through here, and then this is the family room behind us, and then we have, there's a museum we love in LA, in Pasadena, called the Huntington. It's the Huntington Gardens and Gallery, and they have wonderful paintings, wonderful art. They have some of the most breathtaking gardens. They have over 100 acres of just gardens. And in one of the galleries, they have this long wall of nothing but glass, just a series of windows where you can look out and see these nice expanses of green of the lawn, and leading to like the greenhouse across the way. And we always thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a house where we could have something like that? And sure enough, this is sort of incidental, but as you walk through the kitchen dining area there, that's like the family dining room. But you get this nice long bank of windows. And when the drought's over, hopefully, we'll be able to see green once again. But it's just, as they say, good for the soul. Just to be able to...
A little bit more yellow?
Yeah, let's make that a little bit more orange. So that's what's important, is to be able to just sort of feel like, you know, comfortable in your home. All right. Okay.
Even more, right?
All right, you're in. Okay. Yeah, so what we got here is pretty deep red. I don't mind if it doesn't get much more than that. It's okay.
I can
Were you
make
adding yellow to it? Or?
Yeah, just add more.
I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. We're going to make this a little bit more orange, because if you look at those pictures of Patty, the eye can be very orange. And I know it's usually a play on the light. So, see that mixing right up. So this is kind of like art class. It's kind of a combination of art class and baking. Home ec and art. We're decorating. Or, I would say the Great British Baking Show, but let's be honest, this is really more like Nailed It, okay? So, and we love Nailed It here. We are fans. So, let me tell you, that smells so sweet. It's so awesome. So, in the meantime, okay, we're getting really close. Getting really close. She's about to pop these out.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All right, so if you want, we can.
No, I can put it all
You have it
here.
over?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
I'll get Pathfinder out first.
Yeah, you can put it up front.
Wow, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Okay. This. Yeah, he's thick. All right, he's a big one. We're gonna
You can put it up front.
up front.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's the upside. Is it's cookie. We can make them thinner. We can just trim where we need to trim, right? And we might even be able to trim where we need to trim, make the legs a little bit longer. So yeah, there'll be a little bit of sculpting going on, but he baked out like big. There's sort of a Gibraltar and Pathfinder hybrid happening here. But the cookies look amazing, and they smell amazing. They just do. Let's see.
Okay.
0 of the season. Hello to you. Glad you're actually following the VA of Pathfinder on Twitch. Well, the VA of Pathfinder on Twitch is glad you're following him. This is our, for our Thursday streams, we like to do activities. And a lot of times it'll happen in the kitchen. Now, next week, we're painting miniatures. We're going to paint Flatulon. Flatulon, you'll have to watch Friday's stream, Friday and Saturday's stream, to know who Flatulon is. But he's this little alien that I have as an animated
Do you
character
like
on
me
my
to make
stream.
it more yellow, more orange?
No, I think this would be okay. I think this would be okay. All right. So, do we want these like on a tray or something, or a
can bring
plate?
you a tray.
Yeah, I'll just get a plate.
A tray will be better, so it's flat. So I will.
Oh, like one of these trays?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Grab one of the smaller ones, not the big one, smaller ones.
All right. Eso. Okay, so we got cupcakes. We're ready to decorate them. We made a dozen.
There you go.
All right, so now we need to use, now for our decorating, we have these different utensils.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got more if you
This
want.
one's a little softer. This one's the metal, but it's a little thinner, a little more exact. This one's for the bigger strokes. So I'm thinking, last time I did the red on top and it mixed in a bit. And so I'm wondering, we can try it both ways. So here's what we'll do.
Well, like, hold on, let's use the mangas like.
Okay,
sleeves, eh?
so what we're gonna do is red in the middle, okay? Red for the eye, blue all around the edge, and then a drizzle of yellow on the top and on the bottom, okay?
I remember with the
Like
blue,
cupcake.
you didn't. Do you want to use this, or do you rather just go the red?
Let me just try and just sort of directly put it on. So we're gonna try it 2 different ways, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna cover the outside of it, right? I'm gonna leave some room in the middle. It's not much room, I know. But again, I'm not exactly Gordon Ramsay here. So, doing the best I can. But I actually like that.
Okay, then do all the blue ones, and then
Right.
after putting the red in this one, you're gonna do the red first and then the yellow, correct?
Yeah, we'll do the yellow last. Okay. So again, if you guys consult your Pathfinder pictures, what you're gonna see is a sort of an orange, a reddish orange eye, in the middle. You can just, you know, make it all blue and then just put it on top. But I found that it mixes in, so we'll try that. But I found it mixes in with the blue and it just turns it purple, which, you know, we can call it a different Pathfinder skin, but.
This one, okay, learn something. Press, not to do.
Okay. So what Gigi's doing is she's putting together sort of the, I don't know what you call that, the drizzler?
This?
Yeah.
We call it manga sleeves, I think.
Okay, so the sleeve.
Pouches.
Yeah, the pouch. All right, so she's putting together, you can show them that if you want. So she's putting together the pouch and you get a little tip for that and then you can just drizzle it right out.
Yeah, you don't actually, I mean, you do that if you want a certain shape, but because you like it usually flat, you don't need it.
Right, okay. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to do a few that are sort of leaving a bit of,
So like if you do this,
yeah.
and then
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
and then,
See those cookies looking delicious.
Yeah, you're going to be ready in a little bit.
if you do this, let's see.
Not in the kitchen, please. Okay. So some of these, as you can see, I'm experimenting with leaving a hole in the center, and some I'm covering all the way.
Bigger circle, right?
Slightly bigger. Yeah, slightly bigger. Yeah, now normally if you were to do this exactly to scale, the red would be the largest thing in the head, but I actually like the idea of seeing just as much blue.
It's hard though.
Yeah, but you know, make it however, for those of you baking along with us at home, and I'd be shocked if there were any of you, but for those of you trying this at home later, you know, you go with your own artistic gut. Go wherever the muse takes you, as they say. So again, a little bit of this frosting goes a long way, especially when you're just dealing with the top of a cupcake. And these are not very big cupcakes, because it really is all about the mold. So we bought a cupcake pan, and you can buy, like, as you know, muffin pans that you can make them very large, but you know, these are like small party cupcakes. And
You're gonna
I don't
put
know,
like little
it'll turn out
circles,
pretty
and
well.
then you can,
yeah, I'm gonna spread it out a little bit.
exactly, and then we go with it.
Yeah. So the yellow will be the last part. Okay. So yeah, if anyone was gonna have like a Halloween party or a birthday party and they wanted to do themed Apex stuff, Pathfinder is maybe the easiest one to do because he's a robot. You don't have to worry about facial features, and you're just dealing with a robot exoskeleton instead of an actual costume, instead of clothing and fabric and things like that. Now, of course, some of you are pretty ambitious and very artistic, and so that wouldn't be much of a challenge for you, and actually it'd be more fun to do somebody more challenging. But me, I'm just thrilled that I could get this far. And I needed Gigi to do it with me to make sure I didn't, to make sure it even got done. This is a lot for me to have to cover.
I love doing it, and I have no clue what I'm doing, but I enjoy doing it. So
Gigi's one of those people who can start not knowing something and figure it out as she goes. I start by not knowing something, and by the time I'm done, I find I know less. That I've finished it, but I've gotten farther away from the starting point, much less the finish line. But this is also one of the points of this stream, especially a Thursday stream, is for us to have an activity that we can do together, and that will be meditative. So I'm sure you could guess that spreading frosting over a cupcake is actually a very meditative thing. And what do I mean by that? It means you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about whatever person was annoying you or whatever event that happened that didn't go your way. You're thinking about holding the cupcake in your hand. You're thinking about spreading icing on it and covering it just so. You're thinking about the smell of the sweet frosting, the soft hum of the dual oven just to the side of the camera there. And when you're doing that, and of course, because none of this is stressful, like if I had to do it perfectly and if it wasn't working out the way I wanted to and I was judging myself and I was mad that it wasn't looking the way I wanted it to, it wouldn't be meditative, it would be stressful. But the whole point of this is to alleviate stress, right? So the whole point of this is to chill. And because you're simply thinking about what's right in front of you, that's the same thing as meditating in my book. And so your pulse is lower, your blood pressure is nice and even. You chill, right? Now, here's what we have here. We have a couple that are already done. So Gigi put the eye on there, and I want to spread this out a little bit to make it more of an eye, to give the eye more presence. But without getting too much blue in there, because as soon as you spread it, it kind of starts mixing. So this is not perfect, but you get the idea. There's a Pathfinder. That's my best one so far. So I'm going to keep that one nearby. And now, and again, we're going to spread them out. And if it turns purple, it turns purple. But you get the idea, right? You're just trying to sort of create.
Well, the way you fix that, like if you put on top a little bit more
Yeah,
red,
you can put a little more on top.
and then
Okay.
you kind of
So
cover it.
I'm also going to grab a little Scott towel here, and I'm going to
You want me to put it
sort
in
of
the,
wipe as I go.
in the
Yeah, if you could. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off as I go because it starts mixing with the blue. And before you know it, you got a purple spreader. You don't want that. So back we go to this, and now we're just gonna flatten it and make it into a circle. Now, full disclosure, we did a practice run of cupcakes a couple of nights ago, about 3 nights ago, and they were great. We made the cookie, but we never decorated it. So the cookie is going to be decorated for the first time live on stream.
Yes.
My reputation hangs in the balance by a thread.
And I know that the best way to decorate cookies is not with buttercream, but we're gonna try it anyway.
Yeah, so we're kind of breaking the rule there. These are mixing in a bit. They're getting a little purple, but that's okay. They don't have to be perfect.
Oh, I used this one.
Yeah. So she's going to come by and do a little cleanup. For those of you in animation, you know that cleanup is actually it's actually a very important job in animation. You have your lead animator, right? And they're responsible for the main strokes. They're responsible for the main performance elements of the character, and they'll do a lot of the largest movements and gestures. Then you have your keyframes. So the keyframes are these important points, major movements in between all the transition movements. And those of you that have worked with animation programs know that as well. That you get the keyframes down, the computer can fill in a lot of the rest for you. Well, what Gigi's doing is clean up. All right, and this is from the old days, obviously, when they were using pencils and inks and things like that. Well, drawing these different stages meant you had to have somebody come in and clean up all the extra pencil strokes you didn't need. And that stuff had to look pristine because it was going to end up on a movie screen. Okay. This one came out okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
A little bit more on this one. See if I can.
Now the pièce de résistance with the cupcakes is going to be the yellow. And the yellow is actually one of the coolest touches because right now it kind of looks a little bit like Pathfinder, but with that last flourish, It's a finishing touch, which is important because psychologically, when you think of Pathfinder, you're thinking of what he looks like. And if you're missing one of those elements, you'll think, yeah, that's kind of like him, but you need all of it. You need all the colors in there to tell you that, okay, yeah, no, that is Pathfinder.
Okay, let's do this. I think actually the way you...
Make sure I'm not missing anybody's important comments. Going to have to head out. I hope everyone, Cute Psycho, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Keep being amazing. It's almost 12. It's almost midnight. You got high school for Baba in the morning. Okay. Well, have a good day. Thank you so much for popping by. Let's see. Color Finger, I didn't notice, but then again, I was busy decorating cupcakes, so yeah. Cam says, who thinks Gigi should be a feature legend in Apex Legends? Well, I do. I think they could use...
Only if I can sing.
Yeah, well, yeah, the legend would have to be a singing legend.
Yeah, only if I can sing.
And that would not be anything surprising because about half of our legends are amazing singers.
Yes.
I mean, my goodness. Justine, Mela, Allegra, Zara,
Phenomenal singers.
Elle. Yeah, they're all amazing.
Okay.
And if you want to hear me sing, kind of.
Okay,
The-
it's going to be easier if you use something thinner. So I'm going to get you something thinner.
I'm doing my best with this, but yeah.
I think
hear
this one will be easier to do
Okay.
with. So let's use this one.
I tweeted this out, but there's a Disney Plus short that just started streaming today on Disney Plus called Welcome to the Club, and it's Lisa Simpson with the Disney villains, villainesses, and villains over the years. And in that, you can actually hear me sing a little bit. I'm like two different princes in there, and it was my pleasure to do it. It was an honor. It's an honor every time I get to do stuff for The Simpsons,
Okay, put a
which
little more red
thankfully for me is often. Yeah, so some of these turned out kind of dark blue purple because they mixed in, but what I'm gonna do,
there. We'll get it better, don't worry.
yeah.
But you
I'm
can work
gonna-
in the yellows. And yeah, you're going to see that will help you.
Yeah, this is a
bit.
little easier because it's more surgical,
Yes.
more exact.
I can do the same thing with other spots, so you can fix that, and then you can go. I clean it again, and then you use the same one
Okay.
for yellows.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for the yellows, we're just gonna drizzle the one line.
Yes,
It
but
doesn't really
we
need
can
to.
use this one. But you want to
Yeah.
get the
Okay. All right, so
and that
I'm
one.
cleaning up the last couple here, just making them a little more red. That one's good. See, this is Pathfinder Eye Repair, and we're just about
This
there.
one, this one over here.
Okay.
Let me clean it, and then you can do the yellow. This
There we
one.
go. That's better. All right. So, the last part.
The yellow.
Okay. Time for the yellow. Actually, let me spread this last one out here.
But then we clean it again.
Oh, it's okay. This is fine. This is fine.
Not that I need to clean this, so
Oh.
you can use it because it's more. It's just the best we have.
Okay. Now with this, we're gonna do one yellow line over, and then one yellow line under. Okay, we're gonna do it again. I'll show you. That one was a little imperfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just as an example. Okay, now underneath. Can't quite get it there.
Also, this Smiley, see. Okay.
Yes. So they see. Still don't have one I quite like.
Let me put more for you.
It's okay.
Exactly. Just bring it down. Looks like toothpaste.
Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. So that's the last little bit that makes you think, oh, high five, Pathfinder. This one here. A little extra. This might be the neatest, cleanest one. So there, we have a Pathfinder cupcake. Did you want to do any of them? Or?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll answer a couple more questions when we do this. All right. Cam is saying, Gigi, I recently listened to Bachata in Fukuoka, and that song by Juan was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think Respawn should put Gigi's music in when she gets added to the game. I think so too. Gigi has music on Spotify, by the way. So you should check it out. You have 5 songs up on Spotify, don't you?
Actually, it's on SoundCloud.
Oh, SoundCloud. Okay. Gigi has music on SoundCloud. Is it under Gigi or Geraldine Blanchard?
Both. Actually.
Both? Okay. Look under Geraldine Blanchard or Gigi, G-Y-G-G-Y, and find her on SoundCloud. She's got 5 songs. She recorded them, did all of it right here in the in her home studio. Yeah.
I'm still learning how to produce, so they're not perfect. The original, I recorded them thinking, oh, let's see by demo so I can show it to to my friends.
Right.
And after talking to some of my good friends that are musicians, I'm going to actually produce them correctly and release them as an EP.
Yeah. Sin Electric wants you to sing for us.
Oh, yeah. Carlos is here.
Putting her on the spot. Oh yeah, landscapers are here. Might get a little loud. And Pixie Rose, I love this too. This is a wonderful way to spend your dinner time. It's a wonderful way for us to spend an hour in between lunch and dinner time, although I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm having lunch after this. I'm gonna start lunch with a cupcake and a Pathfinder cookie, most likely.
Of course.
Yeah. So in the meantime, Pathy has cooled off, and that's our Pathfinder. So I'm gonna have to make him a little thinner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim Pathfinder's hitbox a little bit. For that, just get me a butter knife.
Pretty good. I was afraid that it would be hard. These cookies, you know, they crumble usually.
I figured this one would be fine. So I'm just changing his proportions a little bit so that,
I'll be right back. I want to see if talk to Carlos. Just to see.
okay. That's too good. And I'm eating everything I'm cutting off him. Porque soy un glotón. That's Spanish for because I'm a pig. This is really good. I feel like I'm doing it when Gigi's left the kitchen. When she comes back in, what are you eating? Nothing? No, I'm not really eating anything. All right, I'm going to try to trim a little bit of the head, make it a little smaller.
Second.
Yeah. Okay. That's a little more acceptable right there. All right, that's more acceptable. Okay, that's better. Right. So now we have finished. Okay, so those are our cupcakes, right? As you can see, they're looking pretty good. Let me tilt this back up. And now for the final phase, we're going to decorate the cookie. The cupcakes were sort of an afterthought. The cookie, or cookies, is the whole reason we're kind of doing this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the legs first, just to sort of get started, right? Actually, I put a little bit on. Yeah, and again, this is not normally what you would use for a cookie, but again, we're going for just the look more than anything else. So that's what I want to achieve here, is just getting them sort of blue, just getting them blue. Okay, so we're doing blue for the arms and legs, exclusively blue for the arms and legs. Makes sense? Then I'm going to do the edges of his torso, his hit box. This is something you guys can answer for me. Do Apex Legends only take damage when they're hit in the head and the torso? Can you hit them in the legs and arms? Do they take damage when they're hit in the legs and the arms? I would think that they would disperse the damage accordingly and proportionately, but that I just don't know. So maybe you could tell me. Yeah, sit there, but the carbs. There are some carbs. There are some carb issues. But I did work out today, and no, this is not normally a cheat day, but you know what? It's a stream, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice for the stream. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm a giver. So yeah, if anyone knows if they take damage, that would be interesting. Okay, this is coming along. This is starting to look kind of Pathfinder-y, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna smooth it out here so it's a little more uniform. Okay, we're kind of getting there, kind of getting there. Now I'm going to do the edges of the head and the torso. El Capitan Gingerbread, how you doing? A brush would probably be good, but this will work. Okay, Color Finger, you can absolutely down somebody just shooting them in the ankle forever? Wow. How are those cakes cupping? They're cupping pretty darn good, El Capitan. That's our Pathfinder cupcake. We got a dozen of them. Yeah, Omega Mario, I will sacrifice for the stream. I will eat all the sweets I have to eat to sacrifice for the stream. You know, never let it be said that I'm not thinking of the team. I will zip line all the carbs in here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of taking the same approach that I did with the cupcakes. I'm leaving a space for where I know there's going to be a distinctly different color. And I think that might make it easier because it gives us less chance of it mixing up, but we shall see. So, and I'm going to do the outside. Okay, we are almost done with the blue. No problem, baby. All right. I'm gonna smooth out a couple of areas here, but then that's kind of it for the blue. We're almost there. We are almost there. Okay, that's it for the blue. Now we're gonna move on to, did we get rated again? Let me see. I can't tell. No, okay. I didn't know if we were rated or not. All right, we're almost done. Hang in there. Okay, now here comes the red on top.
Sorry, I'm gonna
No,
have
it's
to.
okay.
How you doing?
Good, I'm just about done.
Oh wow, it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the light that was green is damaged, so we need to find a new one, and I'm trying to find a new one.
No problem.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that, yeah.
Let me see if I can find the.
It's okay. Okay, so I'm going to put some yellow over the top here. And then on the bottom. Now, for the smiley face, okay? Now for the smiley face, it's yellow, and then there's like red in the middle of it somehow. That's gonna be really exact for this, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make a big red circle, and I'm gonna try to paint a yellow smiley face on it. Either that, you know what, I'll do the opposite. I'm gonna make a big yellow smiley face, and I'm gonna use red for the actual expression. So I'm gonna use a lot of yellow right here. Let's give yellow a chance. That's all we're saying. Okay, so let's spread this a little bit. Kind of want to make it a circle without it becoming, you know, green, mixing with the blue, and it's already happening, but I'm going to cover it as best I can. Okay, so we have kind of a circle here, and then I'm going to cover it with a little more yellow. Okay, so for this I'm going to use something tiny, one of the really small ones. Okay, that is not perfect, but it is kind of a circle. And now we try our smiley face. Okay.
Yeah, found one.
Oh, good. And voila. Freeze frame. So here you go. There it is, friends. Whoop! Now I gotta fix the... Ugh. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a picture of this. gonna take a quick picture. I'll do one sideways. Yeah, I think that's better.
Good job.
Oh, I need to turn these so they look.
All the same direction.
Yeah. So, of course it did that. That is what we did together, all of us. Okay, who wants to see me eat one? Yeah, who wants to actually see me eat one of these things? I'd be more than happy to, trust me. Hey, well done, fam. High five for all of you. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this thing is, yeah, I'm, where's Sunfinder? Hey, guys, you want to come see the finished product? Hey, Remy, Violet, you want to come see the cupcakes and cookie? It's finished.
Vengan a verlo, come así.
No? Okay, never mind. All right.
Just stay there. Don't inhale something.
Come here. Come on in.
It's Pathfinder.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I am.
Yeah, you can say hey if you want. This is Smiley, our niece. This is their cousin.
Oh,
Although I'm pretty sure if we took a bite out of him, he'd need like a phoenix or something.
this is serious.
He's gonna need
Yeah.
a phoenix after we're done with him.
Right. He's gonna need a Phoenix kit, that's for sure.
He's gonna need a few.
Okay. And so, oh yeah, look.
What are those?
The roses.
What are those?
So this
The
is a
roses.
rose cupcake that they're gonna decorate later. Violet, I'm sure.
Can I have one of those cookies?
Of course.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but just need one to get it out. But this way it's gonna look.
Oh yeah. And this is a little bird. So, that's how we roll here in the Edgerly Casa. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching us and actually helping just by sending your good vibes. We appreciate it. This is what I want Thursday streams to be. I want them to be activity-based, but meditative and chill. And obviously, it's always nice when somebody raids, when two people raid. Thank you so much. So I appreciate that.
Where's that?
I'm gonna have a bite of one of these. I can't stand it. I gotta take a bite. Okay.
Violet, wait.
That was really good.
Streams. Oh, I'm fine.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Just say whatever you want.
Nope.
This is so fun. I know.
We'll have to work that off later. See, I gotta-
I helped you some,
So,
Violet.
all right.
You now we're now back to full HP. Just killed. You're now a wanted murderer.
Is it? All right. Who wants to see me take a bite of Pathfinder? I'm gonna have to eat one of the arms.
Wait.
Pixie
wait.
Rose, they are
Wait,
as
no.
yummy as they look.
Wait, no, eat his legs. Otherwise, you can't use a phoenix.
Oh yeah. Oh. Taking damage here, friends.
Taking massive damage here, friend.
Hmm.
You're gonna need a lot of repairs. Say that.
This is really good.
How is I don't think a phoenix gonna be able to help that.
Have a bite.
You have blue.
I know. I'm sure I do. Man, that's good.
You
Okay.
look like you ate Cheetos, didn't wash your hands, but the Cheetos are blue. There are such thing as blue Cheetos.
So I look like I ate blue Cheetos. Okay. All right, everybody.
He ate blue Cheetos. Damn, Violet, how are you gonna get past?
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for the subs. If we get to 50, then we're going to be back here making pizza, a smoothie, and I will make some sort of Pathfinder mixed drink. So it's going to be a Pathfinder meal, a Pathfinder pizza,
Violet, how are you
Pathfinder
gonna get past?
smoothie, and a mixed drink.
I can get
And I would
past,
love
but
to
how
work
you?
up to where we do something really challenging with Pathfinder and another legend, but with food. I don't know how we're going to do
don't
that.
actually follow me.
But
Follow me.
Justine, hopefully,
Why
will
would
come
you
up
want
and
to
join
do
me
that?
one of these days, and we'll do
Follow
like
me.
a Justine Crisp Bake Off, where she can make a Watson something,
I can't.
and I'll make a
do
Pathfinder
that.
something. We'll
Yeah,
all
you
be
can.
involved.
I
So in the
mean, you just
meantime,
did it.
okay, yeah, I'm sure the sub goal is more than 7. You guys were
What the-
really generous with
no.
that, but that's how we support the stream and make it work. I'm not getting rich off this, but I do want to see if we can, support the
Come on, head up
activities. So in the meantime,
Come on, head up here.
okay, Mish VS is the raid target you found for me. If there are other recommendations, that's cool too. Let's go ahead and do Mish VS. I trust you. All right, I got to do this on my tablet, so I got to find /
Come on.
Where
This
do
way,
I see
follow me.
/
Wait.
on here?
How did I
You
destroy
have
the
to press
ground?
here.
Oh, there.
By jumping on it. By jumping
Yep,
and
there it
ground
is. Hang
pounding.
on. Okay, so /
Follow me up here.
raid.
Break this pipe. Break this pipe. Break this pipe. Break this pipe. Break
Okay,
this pipe.
so
Break it up. Break it
Mish
up. Break it up.
VS.
Break it
All
up.
right.
Break it up. Break the pipe.
So capital.
Come on, let's go.
Mish.
Wait, Violet.
And then
Help.
Capital V.
Help. Okay, come on,
Capital
let's go up here.
S. Let's see if that works.
Come on, break this.
Okay, so I did a
Jump on
/
here. Break on the
yeah,
crate.
Remy's
Jump on-
playing his tablet right now. He's playing another game right here in the kitchen. Yeah,
Nintendo with Violet.
he's playing Nintendo with Violet. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
she's being Kirby this time, and I'm Waldy.
It
Thing
works.
is, I'm the
Okay.
only one who
Well,
actually knows
now
how
I
to
gotta
play the
figure out
game.
how to send everybody there,
Thanks for the
though.
high five. Come on, up here.
Let me see.
Come on, up here. Come on, sit up here.
I don't know how to send everybody there, though. Let me see if I can go all the way up
Spit
to the
it
top.
out.
It's not letting me do it.
Spit it out. Even white boys got the shit. Baby got back.
Remy.
You have a press.
Oh yeah, right
It's
now.
not
Okay,
working.
everybody, love you, mean it. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Go forth and be wholesome, and say hey to Mish VS for me.
You should rate him now.
Done. All right.
Rate.
So I'm gonna
Like
stop.
that, spit it.
Okay, but this stream
Spit
is
it
still
out.
going,
No,
so I'm gonna end this.
Because even white got the shit. Come on. Come on, let's go get the Waldy.